Hello, everyone. It's Scott here with Box 221 Digital Studios, and we're once again talking with Kim Smythe, who is the CEO, President of the Chamber of Commerce. Kim, I just wanted to quickly ask you, how are business leaders reacting to this crisis?
A lot of them are reacting with shock, of course. We've never been through something like this before. And as you and I were talking earlier, this hits so fast and so hard that a lot of people are scrambling to try to figure out how they react in this age of COVID-19 and how do they make the best go of it? How do they make their resources last as long as possible? And how are they best prepared for recovery? The continuity plan is one of really tightening the belt, being creative about how you might operate your business going forward, and being ready when it does start to come back in a few weeks or months.
Right. And then there are businesses out there that are being creative right now. Have you heard of any that are doing quite well or being creative with what they're doing?
A lot are being very creative. Of course, we've seen the restaurants reverting to a takeout and delivery model, and thanks to the provincial government allowing that to include alcohol service as well. So that's going to keep a couple of them alive, but other stores are turning to their online presence and opening their sites up for e-commerce so that they continue to do business, which means that we don't have to order from Amazon and wait for our stuff to get shipped from wherever Amazon's warehouses are. We can order from our local vendors and local suppliers and local retailers and have those goods delivered within a day, and away we go. I found out this morning that our favorite Longwood Brewery is now delivering beer starting today. So happy to see that happening, and happy to see Harley and the gang over at Longwood figure out a way that they can keep their doors open and they can keep people employed.
Yeah, which is awesome. And I think they're even doing free deliveries on anything over $40. So what's that, like a couple of growlers basically at that point?
Yeah. I mean, that's an awesome deal, an awesome way to go. And first thing I said is, let's order up a couple of growlers to keep them going and keep us going.
Yeah, we all could use a couple of those, right? So how are you feeling in the chamber? How are you feeling about all the announcements coming from the federal and provincial government?
They're making a big difference, really. In our case, especially, I was able to keep staff almost fully employed. We've got one staff person gone down to part-time, one staff person who had a planned departure and went on with that departure, and we will not be replacing them until we come out of this on the other end. So I'm sure that there's a lot of businesses who are doing like we are, which is calculating based on our eligibility for the 75% wage subsidy from the federal government, also the $40,000 interest-free loan with possible forgiveness of $10,000 of that. And then some of the provincial efforts to bail out with some cash payments to businesses. So we're seeing that have some significant effect. The more people we can keep employed and off EI, the better, the easier it is on the system overall. We had over 1 million applications for EI last week in a week that they would usually see 25,000. So that's got to be murder for the system. People trying to keep control of things in Ottawa and make sure they process those applications fast enough and start getting checks out to people fast, because this hit so sudden once again that people woke up one day who had gone to work the day before, woke up one day and didn't have a job anymore.
Yeah, it's been a real sudden and dramatic shift, and 100% agree with you on that. And one of the things too, like we were just talking about earlier before we jumped on and started recording this, but businesses are also being creative with their payment plans as well, right? So I know for us, we've been doing a lot around, instead of all up front for marketing, we're doing more like simple monthly payment plans that work well. Have you been noticing other businesses doing that as well?
Yeah, we have. We've heard about that quite a bit, actually. We've heard about relaxed collection schedules as well. And we've heard about people giving their customers and their clients more room to enable cash flow to happen for all parties, because there's no sense putting pressure on in one area if it's not going to be helpful to all parties. And I think that's a bright light that's come out of this. The fact that we're starting to understand more how our whole chain works, and we're starting to show more flexibility for those around us, and they in turn, our vendors, our suppliers are starting to show us more flexibility in how we deal with our bills.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing for sure. So if I'm a local business and I've got some things that I want to announce and talk about, is there anything that the chamber can do to help us out with that?
Yeah, we're working with Nanaimo News now in publishing a list of businesses that are open, how their business model may have changed, whether they're going to a takeout and delivery service, whether their hours are being altered, if they're having shopping hours restricted for seniors. And some of our local retailers now are having shopping hours restricted for frontline responders, which I was very happy to see. I got a call from London Drugs last week identifying that that's what they were doing. They were saving an hour for frontline responders to go shopping. So these are bold and inventive things that are happening. We're asking people to let us know what they're doing, and we will get it posted with Nanaimo News Now. We'll have a link on our website, and we'll include that in our daily Stay Strong Now information package that we send out to our subscribers. We have around 1,500 subscribers. And since we started doing the Stay Strong Now daily package of information last week, we've seen our readership go up by 500% and more, approximately. So excited about that. So if you've got a shop and you're changing your hours, you're doing something different with business, you're somehow reflecting the times that we're going through, let us know. Let us know at stayststrong@nanaimochamber.bc.ca. So I'll repeat that. Stay strong at nanaimochamber.bc.ca, and we'll make sure that gets listed on the Nanaimo News Now directory.
Awesome, thanks, Kim. What I'll do too is I'll take that email link and I'll post it into the video down below so people can see that as well. You know, Kim, I'm so impressed with you've been talking on our last meeting and this meeting just around shopping local and supporting local business, and I think it's a great thing that you're doing. Any last words for today?
Shopping local is vital to sustaining the local economy. It's the most important thing that we can do right now. And most businesses are operating in some form or fashion online. So before you go online and buy something from someplace halfway around the world and create that GHG footprint, look at what we can do locally. Let's support each other right now, folks.
Thank you so much, Kim. Have a great day and keep up the great work, man.
Thanks so much, Scott.